As Secretary Mundo just said, and I guess I wasn't supposed to start this off, was I? Come to think of it. All of a sudden it dawned on me I was supposed to let her speak first. Just think of all the people who've been breaking their neck and doing well, doing things that really matter, who are going to become what they're doing because they're going to become obsolete because how things are changing. We're putting people who have been left behind in the past or couldn't have been lifted out of anything before. I'm committed to building an economy from the bottom up and the middle out. You've heard me say that 1,000 times. But that's what's happening. And that's what we're here to talk about today.
Mr. President, under President Biden, you saw student test scores have gone backwards. Inflation has gone the wrong direction. Workers' real wages have come down. We're seeing spending on programs, and promises that at some point in the future the transition will be over. What, in the last 20 months, where's the progress?
So as far as the economy, as you know, the jobs report came out today. You heard from the president as he was giving remarks at his event just now on the American Rescue Plan, the Build Back Better challenge, dealing with 21 cities. And you heard from some of the folks who received the grant today, which is an important tool and it's going to change lives, piece of the American Rescue Plan that only Democrats voted for. And also the American Rescue Plan helped turn the economy back on. And that's why we have seen the success of of our economic success this past year. And you've asked me this, I know you follow economy, but look,
but inflation still outpaces wages.
Well, here, let me talk about the report a little bit, because there's some good stuff in here in history. So you're asking me, where's the success? Here it is. Wait, let me finish. Wait, hold on. Let me. The share of Americans who are working, because that's part of the question that you just asked me, what economists call the labor force participation rate went up, starting to ease. And you're talking about education. When the president walked into this administration, schools were closed. Businesses were closed. It was so mismanaged by the last administration that we had to get to work to make sure that we opened up the schools, which we were able to do. Nearly all schools were opened in the first 6 months, getting small businesses back open. And that was the work that was the work because of this president and Democrats. The American Rescue Plan helped do that. And it was mismanaged, what we saw by the last president, the way that he was handling the economy. That is just a fact. And so is there more work to be done? Of course. To bring down inflation? Absolutely. So all of these things took work and it took leadership. All right, I'm going to keep going. Go ahead.
Is there some tension between the president and Governor Reeves? Because this is obviously an ongoing health concern, day-to-day lifestyle concern, a real crisis for people in Mississippi. And the president seemed to be pointed in his comments. There hasn't been leader-to-leader direct communication. Is something getting in the way of the president and the governor speaking to each other? And is that necessary to further any assistance or progress on this issue?
I mean, look, it's not necessary to further any progress in this situation. FEMA director is on the ground today who is part of the agencies that, if anything, leads the effort. It's not necessary to have a leader conversation. The federal government is going to do its job because of the president has put.
Typical when there's a crisis in a state, regardless of party, regardless of personal
regardless
relationships.
of party. You're absolutely right. We've got because
been attempted and not been welcomed.
No, I don't have a call to preview. I don't have a call to read out to you at this time. I can tell you that regardless of a call.
Last night, the president said, quote, "We've offered every single thing available to Mississippi and the governor has to act." Can you elaborate on that a little bit? What does the president think Governor Reeves has to do now that he has not yet done regarding the crisis?
So let me just say a couple of things to give you all an update. So FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell is in Jackson, Mississippi today to assess the ongoing the state of Mississippi and specifically for the people of Jackson as they go through this really tough time on the ground. So we're going to continue to do the work.
What did he mean by saying the governor has to act? And so he issued the emergency declaration, obviously, but what more should Governor Reeves be doing that the White House clearly thinks is he's not doing
Well,
at this
look,
point?
I mean, as you know, there's funding that we've provided through the American Rescue Plan. So we're looking across the federal government to see what else we can do. But, again, this administration, we're committed. The emergency that we're currently seeing in Jackson shows how long deteriorating water infrastructure can quickly.
Can you talk about why the president has not spoken directly with Governor Reeves at this point? You mentioned he's spoken with the mayor, so has the vice president, but why has that communication between President Biden and Governor Reeves not happened at this point?
I mean, look, as I said, the FEMA administrator spoke to the governor this week, and we'll keep you abreast if there's any conversation that is coming in the upcoming days or that may be happening. But we'll hear from FEMA administrator later today. But right now, as you just stated, there's just have not been a call.